Hey y'all, it's me, Stephanie Michi. I'm a writer and I tell stories. Since I don't have any sound effects and I'm working on my channel, I have to create my own. And at that time, after I just said that, it seemed very fitting to do what I just did. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you were able to visualize it the way I did. Anyway, right now, I would like to talk about editing. I would like to talk about when you know no one because you're just starting out and you don't know who's going to edit your work. And I mean, they always say the writer themselves are not qualified to edit their own work because, I mean, there's things that we do miss. There's things that we think we have written in a certain way or conveyed the message correctly. And maybe we haven't. But whatever the case may be, if you are looking for an editor, I'll tell you what I did. So I went online, of course, because where else am I going to go? And in the beginning, I mean, I knew no one. I didn't even know anyone personally who had wrote a book. So I was really, really in the dark. But I don't remember how I met my cover designer. I know it was online, and what a gem she is. So somewhere along the lines, I did manage to find someone who edits work. And you hear so many scary stories about sending your work out to someone and how, you know, maybe they're going to steal it and use it for their own. So I was petrified because someone could take your story and they could copy it word for word if they want, you know. And what are you going to do? You might not even know that they stole your story, number one, and you may pay them for the editing. So you are having someone take your story for themselves and edit your work, and then you're going to put it out in the world also. But anyway, that just crossed my mind. So let's just forget about that. So I found someone online to edit my work that I trusted. I mean, you know, what are you going to do? If you don't trust anyone, you're never going to be able to send the work out. But, so this is what I did. I narrowed it down to 2 people because I think, anyway, at the time, those were my only choices, 2 people. And I sent a sample. And that's what you're supposed to do. When someone is a potential editor, you send them samples because now they're going to look at what you sent them and they're going to make, you know, their suggestions, their corrections, etc., and you see if that gels with you or you vibe and you say to yourself, wow, this person is seeing, you know, my story the way I see it. So, which is very important. It's kind of hard to edit work when somebody is not on the same page as you. Okay, so the 2 people that I narrowed it down to, I sent the samples. And the one person sent it back and they like rewrote it. They completely changed it. They added things. I don't know. It was not good. It was just, they were saying they're an editor, but I find it hard to believe that they were an editor. You know what I mean? So editor number 2 sends the work back and I'm like, yeah, I could work like this. So that was great. So in the end, I did choose this person to edit, but it was my first draft. So then when I got it back and I reread my story and I said to myself, wow, something is really missing here. So I did a rewrite. But I didn't know to reach back out to her because I think she was, you know, pretty new at the time of what she was doing. But I thought she was very good. And she didn't say if you want to, you know, if you want a second look-see or, you know, there was no, I don't know, like we had a contract, but it wasn't like really a contract like my second editor, wrote up, which was like really specific of the things that she was going to do as far as the editing went. But anyway, so the point I want to make is just because someone says they're an editor or just because someone says they're a cover designer does not mean that they are, in fact, an editor or a cover designer. So you just don't want to give your work to anyone, right? Especially when you have to pay somebody. You just don't want to do that. So be careful, take suggestions. As a matter of fact, that is where I got the other person, through a suggestion. But you know what? Sometimes people are friends, they suggest each other. Sometimes people suggest someone and that someone happens to be themselves. You know, they have a professional online persona and they have a personal online persona. So, you know, you just really have to be careful. So shop around. It's nothing to rush about. Yeah, and I also want to say this. Someone also once sent me a sample of their own work. I don't know what I was supposed to get from that, but I said I would like a sample. You know, I want you to edit a couple of pages of mine. Like, I don't want to see your work or someone else's work that you edited. I don't know what their voice is. I only know what I'm reading as a reader. I need you to edit my work as the writer, you know? So that too was crazy. But this is the thing. Try to do your research. Don't feel that you are committed or bogged down with one particular person. If you tell someone you're going to work with them and for some reason you don't like the way it's going, hey, you don't like the way it's going. It's your book. It's your money. So, and you want to tell the right story, the story that's not only in here, but the story that's in here. So remember that. Never feel bad. This is your book. This is your story. This is your business. And you have to do what works for you. Okay, everybody. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you next time.